podcast with Wade on it. Super lit, it's a wave, homie. Hot topics to current events, it's going down. But is you smoking crack now? He call you out if you wildin'. Special guests, we vibing. All the jokes will always have you smiling. My dog for life, I'm riding. Sigma man for the community. Hold it down for like you and me. Ain't with the beef, it's all unity. New wave on it, Wade on it. Hold up, my nigga. You know it's Wade on it. This is why I wanna beat your man for the season. Beat your man for the season. This is why I wanna beat your man for the season. The dope game hard, the wild game easy. This is why I wanna beat your man for the season. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Let's go, let's go, let's go. What's going on, man? Where we at though, Wade?
Episode 5. We in this thing. Let's get it. Wade on the podcast. We are back for episode 5.
Episode 5.
Jay Wade.
Episode 5. DJ Recovery.
And we have a special guest. Our first guest on the podcast. Drop a bomb. Drop a bomb. From Miss Brittany.
Let's go.
Brittany.
Yay! Gang. Hey, shout out to our, host extension for episode 5. We love the perspective of women, especially black queens, Nubian goddesses.
Can we call them?
No, shut up, Jarrell, because you be acting ignorant and whatnot.
You can ask me. Can you call him what?
You don't do that.
Okay.
Don't even do
Don't
that.
hit me with that.
Don't even do that.
Don't hit me with your
Jarrell,
big
shut up, Jarrell. Don't do
Anyway.
that. Don't even do that.
Anyway, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the alert button, let you know when we have new content coming on the YouTube page. Go to www.wadeonthepodcast.com. Get your gear.
Let's go.
Get
All
your
right.
hoodies. Get your shirts. Oh, Lord.
It happens.
Oh,
It's okay.
Lord. Whole thing went down.
We rolling,
Hey,
baby.
Make sure you join the Wade on the Podcast Facebook group. IG Wade on the Podcast. Everything. Private Society Apparel is on sale.
Get this Obama.
Get it
Obama
right there.
exclusive. It's going on sale tonight.
We on a little bit of heat tonight, so excuse us. Our guest host, Miss Brittany, is with us to give us the female perspective tonight, since we all been nothing but 2 black males up here for the first 4 episodes. So. And Lou Flavor in there. Lou Flavor in there.
All right, Craig Mack.
Here's Craig back out.
Yeah, that was trash though. He been off the scene. Never mind. Anyway.
Talk to him, Britt. What you got to say? What you drinking on over there too? I got a little something in there.
Got a little Jack,
And yo, Yeti.
a little ginger. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what it is. I appreciate it.
Feeling a little spicy.
A little Jack, a little ginger. A little spice.
Show me your nails though. They faint. The fact. Oh. Ooh.
Y'all foolish. Y'all foolish.
They pretty though.
Shout out to Teresa. I know that's not no Asian name, but
Hey, listen here. Listen. Shout out to all the black businesses, the black entrepreneurs, the black specialists, the black activists, the black, the black conglomerate. We appreciate all of you all for tuning in yet again, because we got a special episode for you all. Special episode. Jay
We
Wade.
jam-packed, baby. We are jam-packed, and like I said, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the button. I'm tired of saying it. I need more subscribers. I'm trying to go to the top. I'm trying to be like Joe Budden.
I'm not.
Anyways, though, I am
not.
I'm trying to get there.
Listen.
Listen. Let's get into it.
Sure.
Can we get into it?
Sure.
Trend topics.
Sure. Let's get into it.
Trend
Get right
topics.
into it, Jarrell. Just jump
I
right
need
into
to
it.
jump to it. Trend topics, and our trend topic for today is our Facebook group. If you're not in the Facebook group, it's the Wade on the Podcast Facebook group on, guess where? Facebook.
Gang.
It's a beautiful place to be. For you young kids out there, Facebook is a place where you can go and communicate and connect with everyone. A lot of young people now on Facebook, they like Instagram
Nah, they like
Yeah.
Snapchat.
and Snapchat.
Snapchat,
They like put the
Twitter,
filters on their faces and shit. 'Cause them bitches
TikTok.
ugly.
Old
They on the
focus
TikTok.
Niggas ugly. They're
on
ugly.
Facebook.
I mean, it is what it is, though. I mean, hey, they got Periscope. They got Reddit.
I thought that was a porn site.
I thought it was a book site.
Y'all foolish.
Read it.
Both of y'all are correct, though, because it books and porn. I read both of them.
Oh, goodness. Shout out. We got a little live audience here. Black Dove on the side.
Shouts out my dog, Dre. Number one production in the beat. And the first lady to wait on the podcast, Miss Courtney herself.
Yes, meow.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, meow.
Yes, Lord.
So let's talk about this Facebook group, man. If you're not in it, you ain't gonna know you need to join.
Listen here. If you ain't in it, you need to go ahead and join.
Look, it's
It'll make your day go by a lot faster.
It does. It's pretty crazy.
It really does. You be on there
man.
for hours.
Yeah. Gang, all that shit.
Lots of stuff going on in there. We had a situation happen when we posted some
Controversial things.
Yeah.
What you do, Jarrell? What you approve?
It's a predominantly
What did you
black
approve, Jarrell?
Facebook.
Tell the people what you approved.
I'm getting into it.
Bro, you talking slow as hell.
Well, I mean,
That's
on
the-
that head.
All the
Anyway,
education.
it's a predominantly black group, and we approved a post talking about let's celebrate our white queens.
No, that's not what the fuck it said. That's not what it said.
It is. Somebody was like, "Can we?
Oh, it's not queens.
Can
What
we
the hell
dive
y'all
into
talking-
the meaning of
Britt,
queen?"
don't do that. Don't you do that. What the hell you doing?
Can you call white women queens?
Wow.
That's a good question to start off with.
Wow.
Can white women be, called
What?
white queens? Can they be called queens?
I mean, it's not
Is that wrong?
exclusive to the blacks. It's not.
She's a woman, right?
She
Shout
is a
out
woman.
Big Chris because he brought up a good
Hey,
question.
what's the lady that's that rules over England? Queen Elizabeth.
She's definitely a white woman.
Exactly. What the hell are y'all talking about? Can he? What the hell are y'all? Next question, Jarrell. Next
Well,
question.
I'll just bring it up. So white women can be called queens.
Jarrell. No,
What about
Jarrell?
snow bunnies?
I mean, clearly.
That's pretty
It's
derogatory,
exclusive.
but
Why is snow bunnies derogatory towards white women?
As a white woman.
I'm not a white woman.
That's true. Moving on.
I can't.
Not a white woman, Jarrell.
Hey, listen, man. We had a whole Facebook Live about this last night, man. Make sure if you're listening, make sure you join the Wait on the Podcast groups. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of great stuff. I don't want to get into it because I want you to join because I don't want to spill the beans. Is that right?
Nah, I mean, you use great as if never mind. Next, it's a lot of fluid things taking place and happening in real time in this group.
But like nasty going on that
Whoa,
Titty
whoa,
Tuesday,
whoa,
boy. Y'all better
whoa,
go in.
Whoa.
Y'all be
All right,
wildin'.
all right. Let's taper this on back. Let's focus on the script. All right, it's a lot of interactive engagement activities happening in this group. You should join.
Dre, is Titty Tuesday going on in there?
My records say that yes.
Yes, today is Tuesday, and yes, titties are accepted on Tuesdays.
Mine are covered on this fine Tuesday.
Listen here, we don't even see them bitches at all. No boobs, no breath from you, cause I don't want no smoke from number one production. All right,
That is
next
true.
topic. What are we talking about here? What's the next trigger topic?
That's it. Hell. I get folks on their way. We're on the podcast group. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
Hey, we were gonna get into Gucci versus Jeezy, but that's gonna be in the Culture with the Peace segment.
We gonna
coming
save
up later in the
we can still talk about it though.
in the group.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it. Yeah.
Gucci won. Guap.
Good what?
Jesus. All right, never mind.
You don't want to talk about it?
We gonna save that shit for culture.
We'll say it.
Partial.
Cause y'all, Lord Jesus.
Cause-
Anyway.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually excited to get into what? Let's get into Wait on It. Wait on It. Wait on It is a segment where we take anonymous questions and we answer them. Disclaimer, do not take our advice. This is for my amusement and my laughs. So if you're looking for advice from us... Oh, wrong camera.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That one, jackass.
Hold on, wait
The
a
one in
minute.
front of you.
So I gotta look at that.
Yes,
Is it
jackass.
wide angle?
Yes, nigga.
Alright. Wait on It podcast. Hold on, I'm a track. Wait on It segment is basically what you said. Anonymous questions. I'm gonna say it again. And we talk about disclaimer, like I said, is don't take our advice because we gonna say what we want to say. We'll want y'all to come back and sue us because you took our advice. If Brittany say something you want to take that's on her.
Hey, first and foremost,
We'll give out her information at the end.
Listen. So the reviews that
Don't
I
at me.
project tonight do not reflect the Barbershop Atlanta Salon,
Don't at me.
Private Society, Number One Productions, Blue
Wait
Zone
on it.
Blog.
Wait on it.
No, this shit reflect everything. Wait on it.
No,
goddamn.
no.
Everything wait on it that I'm saying tonight reflects this nigga.
It reflects the guest host that we had with us. Her name is Brittany. If you need an IG, and
Hey,
Facebook
Don't
page-
at me.
Check this out.
Don't you
What's
do
the first
it.
question?
Don't you
What's
do
the
it.
first anonymous question? man?
First question.
For Brittany, are you ready? I
I
hope you
already
ready.
get ignorant on here.
My god.
Yeah, these niggas.
Let's go.
All right, first question. Ooh, wait a minute. My Mac went crazy.
Bro, just click off.
I had to get out of here. You know, I don't know how to use it.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Are there any... Okay, this is actually a question about the Facebook group, but this can be generalized.
He's generalized like hell.
Are there any serious single gentlemen in the group 40 years and older who are seriously interested in dating? I am 41 and I have been single for 2 years and I am now officially open and ready to date. So I guess she was out here living a life for 2 years and now she ready to get
Or maybe she was getting her life together.
That's what I'm saying. Like, or it could be she
40?
came out of a bruh. She could have came out of a serious relationship.
She might have needed some time to heal.
Exactly. From a serious relationship.
Women be doing that
her
sometimes.
time in her 30s. A nigga wasted her time.
Especially in her 40s. In her 40s, she's definitely
baby.
getting her life together. She wasn't out here being wild.
Man, I'm telling you, she's trying to now though.
She
want a 40-year-old?
ready.
I could point you to a 22-year-old to blow your back out.
She might not.
That sex drive is high right now.
You said you can point her to a...
That sex, a 22-year-old that blow her back out.
All right then.
You know his name.
I don't know.
He's a Neo of ours.
Oh.
It's neither here
Are
nor
we?
there.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold
I don't
up.
know. Listen,
Man, get back to the
I'm
question.
not out here passing
Get
out
back
dick.
to the question.
I mean,
Get back to the question.
he's
All
definitely-
right, I'm just saying.
You want a 40-year-old that's serious? Hell, I don't know. Look, it's 5,800 members in the group.
6,000 people in the group.
Right.
Pretty sure there's a couple 40 years on there willing to slang some dick and also
That's
make
not
you
serious
honest.
then.
Wait a minute, Pat. And make her honest. And make her an honest woman. Ain't that what they say?
I don't think slinging dick make her an honest woman though.
What? Well, I
She's
said
still gonna be
and.
lying.
I said and. Slang dick and make her an honest woman.
That don't correlate, but okay.
Well, I do.
Bro, move on.
Move on to what ain't nobody else. Brandon, what you got to say?
So solid dick and slanging dick make a bitch solid, make her loyal. Cause last time I checked, Janet Jackson left a goddamn nigga that that nigga had millions, hundreds of millions. He had plenty of money.
Was he putting it down?
I don't fucking know. I wouldn't know.
Exactly, Pat.
He got. You know what, bro? You
Listen.
know what? Have
Oh,
it.
you want to
Check-
go there?
You know what?
Let's go there, Pat.
Go where?
How do you? Never mind.
Go where?
You don't want me to add that
I'm
question.
not 40 years old. I'm slanging dick.
And how you got him hooked?
That's not what we're talking about here. That's not what we're talking about here. Anyway, next, Brittany, can you chime in, please?
Can you chime in, please?
Sis,
What you got to say?
the weight on the group might not be the group,
Group for you. It's not a dating group.
You got Christian Mingle. You got FarmersOnly.com.
BlackPeopleMeet.com is real.
BlackPeopleMeet.com.
Yeah, nigga.
You look.
I ain't
I'm
on
glad
that shit.
y'all talking about
I'm not on it, though, Jarrell. Don't,
You know what?
don't bring that bullshit over here,
You
Jarrell.
know what?
What is
That is a perfect
Jeez.
segue.
Uh-oh.
We all talking about people can meet up. It's a perfect segue into our next question. Are y'all ready? Because this is a
Good luck, sis. I hope you find what
this
you're
is a
looking
doozy.
for.
We ain't give y'all. You ain't give you no answers.
41, you better go trap these.
Definitely didn't give you no answers.
Dig up trapeze.
So y'all talking about
They
Black
ain't
Planet in
serious at
MySpace, huh?
trapeze.
She ain't really looking for to be serious. No, you know what? That's no
I
time.
mean, that's what
Black
she said.
Planet in MySpace.
It's anonymous,
Okay.
though. She's
You're right.
anonymous. Like, how
You're
serious is she to be anonymous? Anyway,
Black
Jarrell, read the question, man.
Yeah, listen. Don't be rushing me, Pat. Don't be rushing me, Pat. I'm gonna get to it. It's a perfect segue as I was saying.
All right, Private Society Apparel, exclusive apparel is online right now. $23.99. Holla at me.
Y'all niggas
Free
need
shipping.
some Adderall.
$23.99.
Y'all need some
Shipping ain't
Adderall.
free. Shipping ain't free.
How much is? Never mind. All right, here's the next question.
You included shipping in your
Yeah.
price.
Yeah, it is.
$23.99. I ain't never heard nothing be called $23.99.
Why not?
Most time it's $24.99. Anyway, though.
$20.99. Get this Obama exclusive. Smoke some marijuana.
$19.99. Anyway, though.
Mary Jane.
I'll top. Next question. Let's say you have a childhood friend that you are still in contact with, but not super close. You see their spouse on a dating app.
Yeah.
Should you tell the childhood friend or mind your business? Let's let our guest host answer first.
Seriously?
Yeah, we on your ass.
See, look, I've had to actually do some investigating on the behalf of a friend before. So, I can't give out all my secrets though. But I would say, there's a way to do things. You can kind of investigate without being obvious that you're investigating. Like, Like, hey, girl, like, what's going on? It's been a long time since we talked, so you want to catch up first. You want to catch up first, right? Then you want to slide in there. So how's things going with, your husband, your bae, or whatever? And then you wait for the response to see, like, are they still in good standing in her eyes? You know what I'm saying? Because then it's like, okay, so she in good standing with him, or she not, depending. You gotta see where they at first before you start disclosing information about him being out on these dating apps. You want to see where they at first, because it might not be a surprise to her.
Yep.
Or she might not give a fuck. But if she happy,
that makes sense.
Logical, if she think everything going good, if she think they in good standing, then you gotta evaluate your
Pat, you
approach from there.
Yes, niggas like that in the group.
Excuse me?
It's some niggas like that in the group. Group, meaning these niggas act like they single. They got a whole 2-year-old, toddler, and one in the goddamn oven.
Well, I ain't.
I mean,
all I'm saying is this. Yes, okay. You are correct in regards to being able to investigate in a masked way.
Discreet.
Very discreet. Women do this, bruh. This is what they do. This their art.
Private eye.
This is their art.
And best, we got a third eye on all y'all.
My thing is this. Read the question again.
I ain't got it pulled up.
All right, so she was asking, how do I then inform a close older friend in regards to her spouse being on a dating site? I agree with you. You need to then probe the relationship between those two individuals before you insert what you've assessed to be him doing some shit outside their relationship. I
also need to probe to see where you at with her, because if y'all ain't on no good page,
that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm alluding to. So if they separated and he's on a dating site, that's none of your goddamn business.
Sure.
About me and you.
Honestly, it's not your business in the first fucking place. But what happens is people feel inclined to then share what they've then seen. Problem with that is you can't always believe everything you see or everything you hear. Folks could be catfish. Folks can actually have identity theft. It happens. Although we're not giving that actual benefit of the doubt.
I was about to say, is this what we claim it is?
No, I'm not saying. No. I'm not saying this is what's happening. What I'm saying is these occurrences do actually happen, and men are not given the benefit of the doubt that, you know what? Oh, this nigga is really playing to be me. You guess what? I got folks out here that are trying to shoot their shot at me, and I got men that are also envious of my shot and the shots I can shoot. You think that a motherfucker that is envious of me won't actually try to sabotage me and my success?
It is real.
I'm not saying it is real. It's hypothetical. Hypothetical.
I was about to turn my Dr. Phil hat.
No. Hypothetical. What I'm saying is people who are jealous of you and what you are then doing will do things to then impact, influence, and wreck what you have going on. I've seen this on both sides, men and women. So again, I'm not saying, you know what, you should go out here and tell your friend what you've seen, unless you then know that your relationship with your friend is more solid than her relationship with her husband. Because guess what? You treading on very thin ice. Very thin ice. And that bitch cracked, and guess who's looking outside? You are, because you're not in their relationship. So you're very right in regards to the climate check. Checking with your friend. What's her relationship with her husband? Are they intact? Are they on good terms? Because guess what? Oftentimes, you don't know. You're not there. We don't live with them people. We don't know what their discrepancies are. We know what their challenges are. We don't know what their love languages are and if they are being met. So again, if you then feel inclined to tell your friend, understand that you're going to receive some sort of resistance from that person that you were then trying to convey that, you know what? Your husband, your wife is doing some extracurricular activities, but guess what? I'm not in that situation to know exactly what's okay and what's approved in their relationship. So for me, I'm doing what you're doing. I'm temperature checking, and then I'm thinking about conveying that message based off of what I've received from that other person that I have affiliation with. Because my loyalty is to my friend, not their spouse.
Right, no matter how long it's been.
But if they're on rocky terms, what am I sharing? She already know. Your husband on Hinge, he on Tinder, he on OKC.
Right.
He already out there.
What's Hinge?
What's OKC?
OkCupid.
Oh.
What's Hinge?
Hinge is another app, dating app. These are dating apps.
Like Bumble.
I thought that was a gay app.
No. What?
Hinge.
That's Grindr.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Hinge,
nah.
Grinder.
Me and you.
Nah, all I'm saying
No.
is this. Basically, be prepared for resistance based off of which approach you take. Either you're going to receive resistance from the actual spouse that you think that you have a friendship with, or you're going to be receiving, resistance from the shady ass, counterpart you don't have a affiliation with, essentially. Jarrell, what's your thoughts?
Ma'am, do what's best for you. Hey, honestly,
She don't know.
honestly, what I would do is I'd make me up a fake email account, go ahead and screenshot that thing and send it on the way and see what happened. Hey, if she say something about it, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Please note that,
I
Courtney.
think that's actually
note that,
something
Courtney.
that people have done before. I think that's something
and she be like, hey, best friend. Hey, somebody just see me. If she don't hit you up, you mean you wasn't even her friend. She don't trust you anyway.
Well, I mean, she did say it's a childhood friend.
Yeah,
They might have
'cause
some distance. That's why she's like,
So-
should I
Also,
reach out or not?
She not.
look down deep inside and ask yourself.
What?
Ask yourself, do you really care? Does it really bother you? Did you see the man on the date site and say, oh, shoot, that's on David. Oh, well. And you swipe to the left? Keep it to yourself. Ah! You saw that?
If you swipe
If you swipe to the left, what?
Keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself. That's all I'm saying right there. That's what I'm saying. That's the motto you should live by. One more time. If you swipe to the left, keep it to yourself.
But if she swiped to the right,
I hope she don't swipe to the right. what if she made on the bench? What no big friend husband?
Jackass, you swipe to the left to like, jackass.
I thought the left was
No, dummy. You swipe to the left to like, dummy.
No, it's not.
Trust me.
It's left to itself.
Yeah.
Pull it up. I know you got one.
No. I'm not doing shit, Jarrell.
oh wow.
Fuck you, Jarrell. Like, hold
Well, if she swiped to the left, then she might need to keep it to herself. Then
Well, anyway, don't try to. But nah, all seriousness though, just check if you actually are her friend, her real friend.
Man, this motherfucker said childhood friend that they ain't spoke to. This motherfucker not that close.
Well, I mean, if you're not that close, I can.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I was like, you
it
need to
ain't
see-
your business.
you
You
need to
being
see
messy.
where you
Hell.
are in her life
Hell,
because
you
she
being
might.
messy as
Hell, if you
hell.
think you're attractive, hell, swipe right. How you yourself?
What?
Hey, man, what's
Son,
the next
go
goddamn
away.
question?
He might be
Jarrell?
your blessing.
What's the
Jarrell,
next
what's the next question,
He
man?
might be your blessing.
Jarrell.
What's the next one? Don't listen to Jarrell ass. Stupid.
He might be your blessing. You don't know her like that, though, Bo.
I'm glad I ain't sitting in that shit.
Thank you.
That's a blessing to you. Ooh, boy.
Jarrell, tighten up,
Whoa,
man.
whoa,
Damn.
whoa. All right. I'm good. Hey,
Bruh.
next question, though. Why is it hard for men to be vulnerable or confide in the woman he is dating or married to when she should be your best friend, definitely if y'all married to her? Separate. Talk about me.
You want to tackle this? You want to tackle
I
this
mean,
one
that
first?
could be, that's a loaded question
It's loaded as
because
fuck.
it could be so many different
What the
things.
shotgun thing at? There you go.
All
It
right.
could be so many things.
And this is layered. It's so layered.
Boy, I'm sweating like a stripper in church right now. Then he ain't got
Who?
a stripper in church.
A who?
Stripper.
All right. Britt, do you want to tackle this or do I need to before we?
You can start. We can play off each
All
other.
right. So it's a loaded question
I need to
because
be quiet.
again, like,
Be quiet.
all right. So here's the thing. I'm 32. My best friend has been my friend since I was like, what, Juwan? We've been friends since 95, 96, somewhere around there. So again, like, the best part is what kind of leads folks to then be like confused. Because for me, best is ambiguous. All right. So you can be my friend and he can be my friend as well. I'm looking for both of y'all to then feed into me. I'm not asking the same thing from you that I'm asking from him.
Mm-hmm.
If my companion can't do what my best friend does, which is provide an outlet for me to talk about the things that then we're struggling with, how can then she be my best friend? You follow me?
I feel
It's
you.
like I understand the notion that we're supposed to marry our best friends, but in reality it's like until you've taken the time to one, evaluate who you are as a person, then identify what you do and don't like and articulate to your spouse, your companion, how can you then sit there and say, you know what? You are then my best friend and I can talk to you about any and everything. Typically, most times we get stuck on, okay, I need my spouse or my companion to be my best friend, but we're not looking at the complexity in which that actually means. Like, that's a lot of responsibility on my spouse now. Now you gotta be my companion and my best friend? Mm-hmm. That's a lot. I don't want my woman to then feel like she has the onus of one, being my best friend and my companion. I need you to feed me. I need you to then speak to my struggles. But at the same time, I also need you to be there in the moments where I don't understand. So yeah, the likeliness is what we tend to forget. Likeliness, meaning you can actually want to be with somebody, you can like this person, but if this person does not have the same experiences as you, meaning they didn't grow up in a household with mom and dad, they had a single mother, they had a single father. I had both parents for 40 years. Stay still together. I know what it's like to then convey to a woman, okay, my struggles, my shortcomings. I also know what it's like to then omit them shits and then act as if they're not there. So for me, I then need that same equilibrium, but I can't expect you to have that if my woman was raised by a single mom. If that makes sense. It's like I said, it's a very loaded question, but there's a lot of variables that then go into it.
Yes, that's right.
So again, I'm only speaking from personal experience. My parents have been married for 40 years. Do I believe my mom is my dad's best friend? Nah. Do I believe that my dad's best friend is my mom? Hell no. But do I believe they close friends? Absolutely.
So do you believe that that you've been together for 40 years? And it might be 40 plus because...
Nah, that's 40 years this year. 79.
So that's dating including...
41 years be January 3rd of next year. 41 years.
So that's including the dating period?
Yeah.
Okay.
There wasn't much dating because this nigga moved to Atlanta in 78. He married in 79.
So you don't think that there's no exclusive events that have happened between the two of them that even the best friend might not know or understand?
I'm not saying that. No. What I'm telling you is...
So, I mean, I get what you're saying as far as, like, the best friend aspect. Like, there's my best friend, and then there's my companion, my life partner. But there are things, that experiences that you go through as your life partner.
I feel it's this. Your companion actually is then a level above your best friend.
Okay, so you're saying it's a level above.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's a more intimate level.
That's what I'm saying. Because,
Right,
for instance, like, there ain't too many men that have a best friend that's a woman aside from this man beside me.
Shout out Ebony, who I'm going to.
That's what I'm saying. So again, there's things that then supersede. Bro, Jarrell,
I have a lot to say. Pat, go ahead.
You can talk. You can
No,
talk.
go ahead.
When it's your turn, because you clearly didn't want to talk the last two questions, and I'm here.
I'm talking the last two questions, Pat.
Anyway, all right, Brittany.
Go ahead, talk, Brittany.
All right, so again. Anyway, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. For me, companionship supersedes like the relationship with my best friend.
Okay.
For me, personally.
As it should.
Because of what I've experienced between my parents.
Okay.
My mom ain't got no goddamn best friend that's a male. My dad don't have no best woman, my dad ain't got no damn friends. Become my mama.
Dre, what you think? Is that true?
He know it. He know it.
True. But your mom and dad so funny though.
Bruh, that's not what we're talking about here, Jarrell.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the union between a man and a woman and them being best friends. That's it. That's the
So she actually put levels to the question because
She did. It's layered.
She put relationship like boyfriend girlfriend,
And
then
then
she
she
put marriage on there.
Can you be vulnerable or confide in the woman
All right.
that he's dating?
So when in dating, like you're getting to know the person, and so
I ain't being vulnerable with you, bitch. I don't know you.
There's levels of vulnerability. Like
I know you.
there's a stage in your relationship where you become open and vulnerable.
Yeah, yeah. After
But,
we had sex for
like-
96 times. Maybe you come about 96 times.
96, huh?
I mean, I'm
The shirts are
Jarrell.
The
Hey,
shirts
the
are
shirts.
$23.99.
$23.99.
96
Hey,
times you done
go ahead
gave
and get that
these
goddamn
random
Obama
ass
exclusive.
numbers. These some random numbers you be throwing out. $23.99 and 96. Brittany, what you got to say?
Jarrell,
Cocaine
he said
is a
that
hell
shit.
of a
Why they-
drug.
Why they be stuck though, right? Anyway, Brittany,
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I don't do no cocaine. I don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. I don't do no drugs. I smoke a little
Some
weed.
shit.
I smoke a little weed.
Y'all on some shit.
That's it.
I don't do no drugs.
He a lie. He
North side.
He don't do no drugs.
He high now.
He don't need no randoms.
All right, so okay. Oh, that was another part to this question that I really want to talk to. It said, why is it so hard for men to be vulnerable and confide into women?
I ain't
All
got
right.
to the first part.
All right, but we jumped right into the whole best friend versus marriage in X, Y, and Z. We were just talking about this before we went on. Like, there's a lot of factors that then impact just that statement. Why is it for men? Why is it hard for men to be vulnerable? Go ahead.
Well, I wanted to address the best friend part. Because actually, though, it's funny that this question was submitted because I actually was going through my marriage counseling, and this question arose, you know, is Courtney your best friend? And I was like, I actually had the same sentiment you had. I was like, no. I look at her on a higher level, a higher plane than just a best friend.
You're supposed to.
But, Patrick Russell,
Bro, I don't beat my government.
oh, what's your middle name?
No, don't matter.
Wow. Wow.
Romello. Like Sugar Hill Gang. West Indies, big. You already know.
Anyway, though, so as I was going through the counseling, I realized that she really was my best friend because she fit into every category describing my best friend. So I do have a female best friend that now I really don't really talk to her in that manner anymore, but she's still considered best friend. Everything that I would talk to her about, I talk to Courtney about. So, yeah. I believe if y'all reach that level of emotional, physical, mental, whatever you want to call it, connection, that eventually you should become best friends in some form. Now, you can have other best friends, not meaning that you can't have another best friend, but the person you with, that you spend all your time with, like, out of your day, is going to be somewhat your best friend. I had a hard time me to realize what's going on. Best friend? Shit. Yeah. I talked to Pat.
Listen,
I talked to
listen,
Wood.
listen.
I was like, if that's
I-
the definition, then yes, she is.
That's my point.
My
though.
best friend.
That's my point. The definition is subjective to the person and the couple.
I don't got nothing
You
to
can't, Brett, ain't nothing left to drink. You
do.
drink
Hey,
it all.
pay you drink out of here.
Man, shut the hell up. Anyway, like I said, the relationship,
Black
best
dog.
friend, the best friend relationship is subjective to the people.
Yeah.
So again, I define best friend differently than you do.
What's your difference, best friend?
A person that I potentially confide in regards to things that I feel cause me to be depressed or inflict my emotions. A person that I feel like, you know what, I could then go to if in the event I'm struggling with just identifying what it is that I'm actually having issues with. So again, like,
AKA vulnerability.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it is. It's vulnerability.
Yeah,
it's
and-
vulnerability.
But I will say,
And
What's
so,
up?
when you meet that person, you'll be able to do that, though. When you do. But
So-
you haven't yet.
Check this
so
out,
the
though.
question
Check this out.
asked,
You
the
do.
question
Check this out, though.
asked
All right, go ahead.
is in respect to vulnerability, not necessarily the best friend aspect.
Yeah, vulnerability.
The question is asking about why they can't be vulnerable. Okay.
Go ahead.
You
So-
got something to say?
What's your point?
I have it's a couple of different ways that I can approach this.
Yeah.
One, he might not be that into you. And that's during the dating stage. Like, he's just not at that place where he can open up and give you himself. He can be his real self, or
Which I was getting there.
he can give you his most sensitive side.
His dick.
Sometimes, okay.
He can give you the
Niggas.
dick, but he can give you his emotion.
Niggas.
I'm gonna tell you now.
can't just
So,
say that.
alright, so she's trying to sugarcoat the shit for y'all. I'm gonna tell you like it is. Y'all want vulnerability, But you then can't use my vulnerability against me if y'all get upset by some shit that I've done. Because that's the problem.
That's not what the question is.
Listen here. She sat there and said, why is it hard for men to be vulnerable? I'm
Okay,
telling you now.
so we can analyze that aspect. Women use a man's vulnerability against him, and so manipulation. So that is a reason why men are maybe slow to warm
guarded.
up.
Men are guarded.
That's
because
called
women
trauma.
use tactics.
That's called trauma.
Trauma. For
So
what extent?
trauma
from what extent?
Only them Jezebels use
Trauma from what extent?
Trauma.
Is it trauma from what? The male experience or then
from the male experience? So it's like, okay, I've been hurt here. A woman has done this to me before, so I'm not gonna give her the most vulnerable parts of me because I'm scared that she's going to. It's fear. I'm scared that she's going to use this against me one day. She might come up in an argument, call me a little bitch baby because I was being vulnerable or whatever.
Right.
But I just want to say she loved calling somebody some BBs, but she loved calling somebody a BB.
All right, so in the meantime, hey, Private Society Apparel exclusive content is now available.
But if y'all don't please
$23.99. We got these Obama smoking that ganja on Jamaica soil. Go ahead.
Please go buy these $23.99, sir.
Yeah, I got you. What were you saying now? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say,
that didn't need a commercial break.
I believe that all men and women have experienced some type of dating trauma.
Absolutely.
I mean, not even just dating. It might be just life trauma, period.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
In some form, every man and woman has experienced some type of trauma.
Whether
it's just how you deal with it.
That's very true.
To flip it.
Very true.
So again, back to my point about why it's hard for the man to be vulnerable, and I'm not moving and pivoting from my fucking point.
Go ahead, no pivot from
women.
Triple threat.
Women.
Let's not.
No, women.
Let's not.
I will. Women typically will then expose a man who has been vulnerable to them when it's not beneficial for them. Meaning. Suck your teeth all you want to. All right. So a situation occurs where a woman is not getting what she is then anticipating from that man.
What kind of women are y'all dealing with? I'm trying to figure it out.
What does that matter? What's the matter with dealing with?
Because a woman who even cares about you, even in the worst, in the worst situations that y'all are in, she ain't. If a woman really cares about you, she ain't gonna put your stuff out there and try to embarrass.
So I
have been in some fucked up situations, and I ain't putting no niggas out here like.
So you
based off their vulnerability.
So you saying no?
No, I'm not gonna use anybody's vulnerabilities against them. Like that's some fucked up shit. As a person.
You don't have any friends that have done that you've conveyed.
We talking about me. We talking about me. Right. And we're not going to generalize that for all women. Women don't. Somebody who really fucking care about you ain't gonna do that shit, regardless of what stage y'all in y'all relationship. Why are you so
passionate about what I just said with women?
Because we're making generalized statements.
So you are then saying that you don't do it, and you haven't had contact with women that don't do it.
Yeah,
that's a small sample size. You can't tell me what I've dated.
Okay, small sample size, so you can't generalize.
You can't tell me what I've experienced. So you can't generalize,
though. But you're saying that all women are going to do this.
I'm not saying all women. I just said women. Just said women.
Talking about me and you.
Just said women.
There are women. Again,
a few women.
What kind of women are y'all dating? What kind of women are y'all fucking with? Y'all need to evaluate the women that y'all messing with.
Okay. All right. So to agree. What you say?
Then you need to evaluate. They wear a mask. Then you need to evaluate, and that's when you take the time to get to know that person. But having them in all situations instead of exposing yourself early.
Listen here, I'm exposed already because guess what? There's a barbershop in the airport. I'm in that bitch every day. A motherfucker gonna jump my DMs because I'm posting where I'm going every day. So excuse me for being in a situation where you know what? I've been able to say I'm going to do something, been able to produce those results, and then do it. Because most women, these were most motherfuckers that say, you know what, I'm going to start this business. I'm going to go and be active with my pursuit of my ambition. And guess what happens? 365 later, this nigga doing the same shit. Working 9 to 5. Doing the same shit. Struggling and coming to you, venting, complaining about, okay, I can't stand Jerry at my job, my supervisor. He on my ass because I can't be to work on time. X, Y, and Z. What's up?
Some women are manipulative.
Thank you.
There are men that are manipulative. There are men that will play on motherfucking emotions. There are people.
On both sides.
There are people
Men.
who will play on emotions.
Listen.
True.
And those people, if you draw those type of people, then you need to evaluate like what you're drawing. If you're constantly in a relationship with people who play on your emotion, there needs to be some time for you to evaluate what the fuck you're attracting and why you're attracting that type of person.
So what you're saying?
You need to guard yourself. Take some time for self-care and healing.
If I'm hearing you correctly, because I already know it, I know this. So you're saying men and women, because we talk about men and women. If you're constantly attracting the same type of person, you need to look inward.
If you keep getting fucked over, if you keep getting hurt by the same type of person, they might start off different, but then it's the same type of person. There's something that's exuding or attracting these type of
So you
people,
saying it's the
and you
person's fault.
and you also keep attracting yourself to those people. So what is attracting you? What is in you that's attracted to that in them? Because it be the same thing, just disguised as something differently. It's just you got to figure out what it is. And you have to be able to, you'll know the signs of that shit early. If you keep attracting that shit, you will know the signs. It's just up to you to be like, okay, no, I know where this is going to go. I'm going to go somewhere different. If you continuously attract the same thing, you know.
Girl on the sideline, Brittany, yeah.
You know.
Listen. I'm not gonna blame the person I'm not gonna blame the man or woman.
Sorry to the person who wrote this question. We is not even on that topic.
I'm not
no
gonna
more.
blame the woman or man if they constantly are attracting the same type of person, because like you said, it's something inside them, but it could be their energy or somebody. It might be what they like, and they're gonna.
But it doesn't like them.
I feel like
Right.
if you adjust, if this is what you want, if you see this is what you're attracted to, what you want, and you adjust what you want, you're literally settling. All right, I can't get what I really want, so let me go down here and get this right here, because I know if I get this right here, it's not gonna hurt me. It's not gonna do anything to me. A lot of women do that. That's what y'all do. You can't get this up here because you want
Again,
it.
here the y'all. Here's the generalizations
no.
of the y'all.
I'm definitely gonna generalize it.
Stop
It's
it.
y'all.
Yeah, y'all niggas do it too.
So what's the issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're not going to say women. We're not going to generalize.
Stop.
We're not going to
Stop.
generalize.
Okay.
Men don't settle.
Set this out.
Unless they
Men
have a
don't
kid.
settle?
Unless they have a kid. Unless they have a kid.
It ain't even about kids either. Men have low self-esteem too.
Yeah,
Men have low self-esteem too, and they feel like they can't get anything better, and they settle.
But what they look like. Exactly.
It don't matter what they look like. They might actually be good looking, but they have low self-esteem, so they don't see that in them.
When have you ever seen a good looking man that has low self-esteem that will do that?
Oh, I've seen plenty of good looking men that settle for like trash. And it'd be like, why are you
Whoa! Are they trash?
So we're
Wait, Pat.
I'm not saying shit.
Wait, Pat. Are they trash?
They be trash women. Just like
So
the vulnerability, and we talking about women who are manipulative. Those are those men who have low self-esteem. They feel like they can't get anything better. They know they're being manipulated.
Do they? Because again, that's a generalization.
Yes, they do.
That's a generalization.
Yes, you can't tell me that man don't know he's being manipulated.
That's a generalization that you just chastised me about. You just sat there and said that, you know what, we're not going to group women. You just group men that are being manipulated by women.
Okay,
you just did the same thing.
that's men and women. A man who has low self-esteem will accept things that they shouldn't have, they shouldn't accept.
Just
And
like
women who also have low self-esteem will welcome and accept things that they shouldn't, or they feel like they're not worth accepting more.
Because we all over the place. Let's scale this
Go
back.
ahead. Go ahead, talk, Keith.
He's not on
Man will be
camera.
single before he settles.
That is not the truth.
Okay.
That is
I
not
see
the
what you're
truth.
saying. I guess from our
That is
experience,
not the truth.
I'm gonna say this. From our experience,
Nah.
and the men that we know,
Yes.
Okay, from
That-
your experience,
I
y'all
guess
have
the men that
we
you
talk
have
about saying when
encountered-
y'all doing generalizations, y'all talking about small sample sizes. Y'all do a whole lot of generalizations off some niggas
well,
that y'all know.
I do know thousands of niggas.
Pretty obvious, right?
I know thousands of niggas.
They all in that damn Facebook group, ain't
Nah, they
No.
not.
And I will say, I can't say these. I'm telling you, really, there always are outliers to everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's outliers to
are.
everything. There's outliers to everything. Can't speak absolutely.
That's why you can't
But
speak in
I will
generalizations.
say this: most men, I can say this with a shadow of a doubt. Most men that actually look good, have stuff going for themselves.
See, when you have to
Don't-
put a criteria on it, when you have to put a
Yes,
criteria,
yes, because
you can't
because,
generalize.
If it's an ugly man,
If it's a good looking guy,
If
and
it's
then
a ugly-
most men that
if
are
it's
good
a-
looking
if
that
it's
have
a-
jobs, that
Brady, if it's an ugly man,
you're excluding the whole group
If
of
it's
people
a
and why
ugly-
they're
if
settling.
it's an ugly man, he does have to settle. Do you want an ugly man? Brittany, you want an ugly man?
I've been attracted to ugly men. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Like I said, no woman wants an ugly
That
man.
shit is subjective as fuck. That shit.
Stop, Britt. Stop.
That shit.
Stop. Hey. That's a conversation I had offline. That's a conversation. Bruh, no. We don't want no smoke.
First of
Number one
all,
production.
I want to give a
Lord,
disclaimer.
Jesus.
The man that I am with, I love my man.
Oh,
He is fine,
shit.
okay? We're not talking about him.
Shout out Number One Production.
We're not talking about him, okay? But you fine. You fine, baby. I tell you all the time.
Hey.
You fine.
All right.
Alright,
So
we got a little bit off topic.
we did. Hey, you know what? I apologize for my generalization about women being manipulative, but hey, it's pretty evident based off
Is what he's dealt with.
It's
my
what he's dealt
experience.
with.
His experience.
And guess
and
what? Check this out.
Brittany's
Check this
experience. That's
out.
all we talking about.
I want to kind of like address something that you said in regards to the women that I'm looking at. I look in the mirror every fucking day.
Uh-huh.
I know exactly who the fuck I am and what I want. I'm
said
not
you're so
settling
ugly
for
fat.
shit. I'm medium ugly.
Medium ugly? Okay.
And you know what? If you come this way, you're gonna be treated great. But I'm unavailable at the moment. And that's about it.
Medium ugly?
Medium ugly. Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
so
we need to answer your question.
What's your
Al.
question, Britt? Because
Go
I
ahead.
know you got some sideways shit you about to ask me.
I'm not about to ask you no
What's up?
sideways shit. No, because you were saying that you know who you are.
Absolutely.
Right.
So you were talking
and you know
about
the females that
Yeah.
you deal with.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, have you found yourself in those manipulative situations
No.
frequently?
No.
Okay, so why was you so defensive?
because I've experienced manipulative women and you were acting as if they
Right.
don't exist.
No, I did not say they do
I'm
not
not saying
exist.
you didn't.
What I was saying is
was
we
try-
should not generalize.
You, Brittany.
Because-
Brittany,
okay, so-
you then in turn generalized men in the next statement.
No, I didn't. I said men and women.
You after I said women. You know what? We're
Men
not-
and
we're not-
women.
no.
People.
People.
Oh, just
we can
ordinary
it's recorded.
people.
It is recorded.
It's recorded.
Play that shit back.
It's recorded.
Play that shit back.
Because you chastised me for generalizing women and you generalized men in the next
No, I
segment.
would- no,
That's
what
why I
I-
stepped back.
my
So anyway,
point was-
hey Weezy, hey,
My point
Wayne,
was
it-
that we
it-
can't say it just about women.
What-
We have
what
to
you-
also
the
include
question
men.
was posed
All
for
right,
me.
all right. We go. Brittany, last word. What you got to say before we move on?
I ain't got shit to say.
Women
Sit your jack.
and women
Sit your
and
jack.
men alike understand the 48 laws of power. The ones that then can exhibit it are doing that for those that are preying on the weak. Me, myself, ain't weak. So that shit ain't gonna fucking fly this way. Moving on.
I'm also not weak. Strong woman over here. Strong black woman.
Absolutely.
Queen.
Nubian goddess. Nubian queen.
It don't matter what I'm
And I'm
about
gonna
to get
pressure
married.
my motherfucking friend
Alright.
for it wrong.
Next.
It don't matter
Next segment.
Lord, cultural P coming right the fuck
All right,
up, man.
yeah.
God damn,
Once
'cause y'all
again,
bullshit.
once again, a great weight on it segment. www.com. www.waitonthepodcast.com. Make sure you submit your questions so you can be on the podcast and all that stuff. So now we're gonna get into Culture with the P. I have no clue what this man about to talk about. He been researching stuff all week.
Let's go. Hey, shout out to my man Jeezy and Gucci for having their versus battle this past week. I believe the actual
was
number
lit.
was 9.1 million that actually viewed in, smashing that whole record from that nigga that we ain't even finna acknowledge. 6ix9ine. Bitch nigga, anyway. Moving on. Hey. Yeah, he had the record. Monica.
Versus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. He had the actual record for streams. Like,
Oh,
it was
streaming.
him, and then it was Monica and Brandy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, we can go talk about it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, moving on. And everybody kept debating, like, back and forth. Who was the winner? Gucci won. Jeezy won. Honestly, like, there was a lot of, erosion in our community in the 15 years of their back and forth. In that, a lot of African American men went to jail behind bullshit. a lot of African American women went to jail behind bullshit because not necessarily because of their beef that they perpetuated, but because they didn't necessarily understand the plight of the African American community and what that actual beef then did to us. All right, so I got a few statistics that I like to, spit out in regards to just data.
Research.
Because I'm the type of person, I don't like to just talk about stuff. I like to provide quantifiable data that then allows us to then go back and research for our own.
SAT words on full effect.
Now, I mean, like, for real, like, there's a lot of stuff that's taking place. So, I'm not sure how many of our followers or viewers are avid readers, but I like to read. And one of the favorite books that I like to, dive into is The New Jim Crow. It provides a lot of context for mass incarceration, to COINTELPRO affiliation, and things of that nature that then put detrimental aspects into our community. So there are a few things that I definitely want to talk about tonight that then impacted what I was saying about the Gucci Mane versus Jeezy battle. So 1 in every 8 black men goes to jail in their 20s. Yes, I repeat it. 1 in 8. 1 in 8 black men go to jail in their 20s. I'm one of them 1 in 8. I've been locked up a few times based off of situations and occurrences that have played in circumstances that, I could have actually avoided. And there are some that, I was just stereotyped. I was racially profiled.
I stole chicken.
He did. The thing about, this battle between Gucci and Jeezy is what it led to. All right, so there was a divide in our community. And what I mean by that is a lot of folks were advocating for Jeezy, a lot of folks advocating for Gucci. And basically, long story less long is, we won. The culture won. Meaning the black community won. Not Jeezy, not Gucci as individual artists. Because 1, growth was exhibited in that actual versus battle. Gucci accepted the olive branch from Jeezy to then go to Magic City to have this battle. Prolific foundation, prolific environment, prolific and secure space for them to have that actual versus battle. Jeezy was actually trying to have this versus battle versus T.I. T.I. had been going around trying to find folks to battle X, Y, and Z. I will say that to me, it was staged. It was staged. But that's not the point of contention or emphasis at this point in time. We benefited because we saw 2 black men that were highly influential in our communities squash their beef. Although a young man lost his life, shout out to Pookie Loc and his son, I pray for you because I hope that you do find peace in all of this, because what you experienced was definitely traumatic. What you experienced was harmful and hurtful. What you experienced was a loss of a father. And in that sentiment, Gucci was very disrespectful. He sat there and told him, send him my way again, I'm gonna send him like how I sent Pookie Loc in a box. That resonated with me because I've seen situations where situations can go left because of violence. We're not trying to perpetuate the notion of violence amongst blacks on blacks any longer. This podcast was built for us to be progressive in our conversations, be progressive in our merits, be progressive in our intentions. I'm excited because we want as a culture for these 2 gentlemen to then squash a so-called beef that then continue to perpetuate the notion that it's okay to kill black folks within our community. R.I.P. to Pop Smoke, R.I.P. to King Von, R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. to Bankroll Fresh, R.I.P. to the countless others that we have lost to senseless black-on-black violence and criminality. It's inexcusable. We have to do better as a people, and that means holding each other accountable. And when we have issues, talk that shit out. No longer can we sit back and say, you know what, gunplay is the actual resolution for issues in our community, whether you are a business owner or you're a patron, you're a citizen, because guess what? They are consistently locking us up, and they are benefiting off the fact that, you know what, we are now subjected to the 13th Amendment. were free slaves. Culture with P. Think about it. Let it marinate.
What? God damn it, you done it again.
That was good, P.
I almost. What? I don't want to lose you.
Bruh, I ain't going nowhere.
I know you ain't going nowhere.
Hey, y'all going to get these $23.99. Hey, proud society t-shirt. That boy Obama, my inspiration, he a Leo too. Go and get it.
Leo, gang, gang.
Gang, gang, in it, bitch. Hey.
Now, please go get them $23.99. Private society,
Man. Private society shirt. But no, for real, like I really do want you all to take heed to what we just witnessed and understand that we have ways to move forward if we actually acknowledge the facts. You know what? There's more to be done with our community than allow detriment to then be enacted because of our inability to then come together. That's it. We need to come together collectively. Make sure you are voting in these runoffs in your states. It's imperative that we get the Senate and the House of Representatives that we then need for this progressive movement to then move forward. We just saw Joe select Kamala as his vice president. That is a very big notion.
Very impressive.
Very big, very impressive, and very impressive. Like, I want to see, my kids live in a society that's better than what I'm living in right now. It's gonna take y'all.
Lil Pax?
Lil Pats.
What would you call the girl?
Patrice.
Oh, I was about to say Patrica.
Patricia.
My mother's Patricia. She would never be a Patricia. She gonna be
No,
Patrice.
she said Patrica.
That's right. Anyway, hey. In this shit. Hey, y'all. See y'all next week, man.
Hey, man. Hit the
Subscribe, the alert, the follow
button.
On all of that,
Make sure you
man.
hit the alert button. We got new content coming out, man. We got the Wait on the Challenge series coming. We got the Wait on the Story Time. We got Wait on the Streets coming. We got so much stuff coming. We got Wait on Cooking.
Hey, shout out to our special guest.
It's so much coming.
Shout out to our special guest coming
Shout
on.
out Britt on the show, man.
She
Giving
gonna be
us knowledge
on,
from the stuff, my queen.
giving us that perspective from the woman because guess what? It's valued. And as much as you know what, I'm like, hold on now. She made me process my thoughts tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was important.
My thoughts were already processed.
Shut the hell up, Jarrell.
Your words. You could use some work.
Exactly. Could use a lot of work. Bitch.
But it's okay. We gonna work
You
on
bitch
it.
you.
Thank y'all for watching episode 5.
Episode 5.
We almost to the midpoint of the season, so man, keep tuning in, keep hitting
Yes,
that
sir.
alert button, keep subscribing. Wait on the podcast, Facebook, Wait on the podcast, Instagram, follow, and join.
Make sure y'all hit that
Salute.
alert and subscribe button on YouTube.
We out, man.
Peace.
Appreciate you, Britt. Keep sipping on that Jack.
You know.
I like the bitch she ready for, but I'm really into her friend.